I travel American Airlines all the time. I don't go with other airlines, so I don't know what other airlines are doing. I can only tell you what American Airlines is doing. So when you get to the counter for American Airlines, whether it's first class or economy you're flying, they are going to ask you for your COVID test results. If you don't have it, they're not going to give you a boarding pass. You are not going to be allowed on that plane. There is in SDQ Airport now, Amadita has a lab on the second floor. SDQ is 3 floors, guys, but typically the first floor is where when you arrive is where you'll be. The second floor is for departures when you're leaving the country. The third floor, which I've never even been to, is where they're doing the COVID test. But on the second floor, when you're leaving the country, the floor that you would be on, you would see the sign there that says Amadita. They tell you come to the third floor. I'm pretty sure you're going to see the line. And then what I was told when I asked, because I already had my COVID test, so I asked them about it. Oh, you guys, yes. I asked what is the procedure, what is the price, what is whatever. They told me it's $31 US. Once you the line, however, it was a long line. So that is what's going to kill you. To stand in line and wait until your turn to do the test. Once you do the test, you pay $31. It's about 45 minutes wait, is what they said, to get your results. So that's why I'm telling you guys, if you did not know anything about needing a COVID test to come back to America, get to the airport 3 to 4 hours before your flight departs, because you want to not miss your flight because of the COVID test and have to pay, for another flight or whatever. Let me see what else happened with the COVID test that I had that I experienced. I'm going through the way station. Okay, so another misconception that I think I've seen someone in the comments talking about. She said that she lived in Massachusetts, and in Massachusetts, you don't need a COVID test to come into the state anymore. If you're flying into Massachusetts, you don't need a COVID test to enter the country. Very incorrect. Very, 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 very incorrect. And I told her, I'm deleting your comment because you're going to make people get in trouble by giving them the wrong information. When I looked it up online, and guys, Google is your best friend. Okay, I looked it up on Google, and Google said for the state of Massachusetts, you are no longer allowed, you no longer require them, to quarantine. Not that you don't need a COVID test if you're traveling internationally. If you're coming into their state, they said, you no longer need to quarantine. So, the rule about requiring a negative COVID test to get on the plane to come back to America, that is not a state requirement. That is a federal requirement. So there's a big difference. There's a big difference when the federal government says something is law, and a difference when your state, your local city, your local county says it's a law or it's a rule. So federal government, and you can go to travel.org or whatever is the government's website, you can go to CDC pass to enter the plane, to get on the plane to enter the country. So it doesn't matter if you've had the COVID vaccine, if you've had COVID and gotten over it. It doesn't. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They want you to have a negative COVID test to show them the results to get your boarding pass to get on the plane. So I hope that clarifies for you guys any misconception that you've had about, oh, do I need a COVID test to go to the DR? Do I need a COVID test to come back home? What is required? What is needed? Whatever. So I hope that helps you guys in that aspect. Let me see, somebody's asking a question here. It's not. It's my boo Jackie sending me some love. Guys, this lady, oh my god, such an inspiration to me. Like, you know, she's older than I am, so I always listen to her words of wisdom, you know, because at least I remember when I was in my 20s and whatever, I wished I had people to give me advice where they're giving me based on their experience on life, you know, that I wouldn't make the same mistakes, whatever, you know. And she always gives me these really, really nice, inspiring messages, you know, on WhatsApp, send me a video of her talking, whatever. So anyway, so I want to talk about COVID. I'm gonna end the live and maybe come back and we can talk about something else.